This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, uh, as we discussed about a couple of things, like we understood the other, the Splunk components, the previous classes, and what we will do today is we will, learn how to install Splunk using Windows process. Okay. You can hear me, right, Keiko? I'm sharing my screen right
Hey, I
now.
can hear you now.
Okay. So,
The other lady is on it, all right.
sorry, what was that? You said something I missed. Can you repeat it, please? Just like something. Okay. So now we go to splunk.com. Okay. Let's understand this process first, and then we will talk about more. Right? You can see my screen, right? Okay. Go to splunk.com, and what you have to do is first you have to create account for yourself. Create account for your Splunk usage. For that, you need to go to splunk.com. Okay. When you go to splunk.com, you'll see something like this, right? The interface is like this. What you need to do, you need to go here on the right hand side and click on login. Okay. If you have the user ID and password, you can click on login. Since you are doing it for the first time, that means you're trying to create account, you need to click on sign up. Now, when you click on sign up, you will be redirected to this page here. Okay. Now here, what you have to do is you need to give your email address, password, which you have to remember. Okay. And give your first name, last name, and these details, I'm sure you'll be able to fill it. So you just fill these details, and at the end, click on create account. Okay. At the end, you have to click on create account. So with this, what happens is you will be able to create the account for your Splunk, right? You'll be able to create your account for your Splunk. So with that, you have to remember your user ID, your ID and password. Okay. So once you create your account, okay, once you create your account, similarly, again, you come here and you can click on login directly. Okay. You log in, and here you need to give your account details, because now you have created this account already, right? So you need to mention the same email ID and password here. Okay. You mention it and click on login. Okay. That means you are logged into Splunk account. Got it? So this is how you basically create your account. Okay. For example, yeah, so you can create your account like that. Once you create your user ID and password, similarly, what we can do is, let me log into Okay. So once you create account, you will log in to your Splunk account like this. All right. Uh, yeah. Hey, you can see my screen. Keiko?
I see your screen.
All right, great. So now, once you create your account, what you have to do is you need to log in with your account details, with your credentials, user ID, and password. So I hope you got it. First, what I have done is I have just
Kuya,
gone to
kuya,
splunk.com,
kuya, iya ada na daw
right?
san.
You have to go to splunk.com. This is the URL I am giving you in the chat. You can save this. It's http www.splunk.com. You go to Splunk, this page, and first you have to create your account, as I have mentioned some time back. Once you create your account, you need to log in with the credentials, with your user ID and password. All right. So once you done it, this is how you will be logging to your account. Now click on Free Splunk again here on the right hand side. You see, right? Click on Free Splunk. Okay. Now here, before you start, what you need to do is you can see here something called free trails, right? On the blue color, which is highlighted. You can just see here free trails and downloads. Just click on this. Okay. So because whatever we are using now is a free trail version. It's a uh, free version basically. Now, when you click on that, you will see all these. You have Splunk Cloud Platform, you have Splunk Enterprise, and you have Universal Forwarder, right? When you see all these, now what you have to do is we are now trying to install Splunk Enterprise, okay, not Splunk Cloud, not Splunk Universal Forwarder. But as the sessions progress, installing of Universal Forwarder and the Splunk Enterprise is the same process. Anyway, we will talk about it later. But at this point of time, we are just working on the Splunk Enterprise, right? So for that, what you need to do, just get my trail version. Click on this, get my trail version. All right, there you go. Always remember, whenever you see here in this page, uh, you can identify the latest available version of Splunk. This is one of the interview questions. Whenever you log into this page and you see the latest available version in the market at the moment, uh, current version, the latest version of Splunk Enterprise is 9.1.2. They'll ask you in interviews also, what is the latest version of Splunk? You can tell like this. Okay, so now this is the current version of Splunk we are using, right? Now, here, if I come down, there you go. You see different operating systems. Okay, you can install Splunk using Windows process. You can install Splunk using Linux process, and you can also install Splunk using Mac OS. Right? So Mac OS is a very rare scenario we will be doing, but here we do it for Windows and for Linux. Okay, we do it for Windows and Linux. All right. So now for Windows and Linux, what we do is, and there you go. For Windows and Linux, these two are the processes we will be doing. Now for Mac OS, we don't do it majority of times. If in case you have any requirement of doing a Mac OS, I will tell you. But what we will learn is how to install Splunk using Windows and how to install using a Linux. Okay, how to install Splunk using Linux. Okay, now in this particular session, whatever we are talking about is installation of Splunk using Windows process. Always remember, we go with 64-bit version to be safe and secure. If you can just see here, okay, uh, always it is showing as a 64-bit version because it is safe and secure. And of course, you have a different files to be downloaded. and these files will be downloaded and to be extracted. I will tell you that is a Linux process, but here in Windows you have this one. All right. So now what you have to do, since we are installing Splunk using Windows process, you need to click on download. Right, you need to click on download. Once you click, your download will start. Okay, once you click, your download will start. Now let me show you the step-by-step process. I will share this document also with you so that you understand the process of installing Splunk. All right, so see, point here is that I'm not trying to download. I'm not downloading now because I had already downloaded and it is there in my machine, so I'm not clicking on download now, but you need to do it. There you go. First step, this is a document of Splunk installation, which I'll be sharing with you guys as well. Now, first thing you have to go to splunk.com, where you'll be redirected to this page. Once you go to splunk.com, here, once you create your account, these are the trail versions that you can see. As I have explained you some time back, you have Splunk Cloud, Splunk Enterprise, and the other one, Universal Forwarder. Now, this is where you see the next step, right? So here you have Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. We are doing for Windows. Now you need to click on Windows download. When you click on download, okay, it will ask you to accept the terms and conditions like this. Okay, you need to select and just accept it. And when you accept it, your installation starts. Okay, please wait while it's set up. This actually starts. Okay, you have to wait for some time based on, I mean, depending on your or network connectivity, it will be done faster, right? So you have to come down again. You will see everything. These are the pop-ups that you can see one after the other. I'm just showing you here. Okay, so once it is done, you'll see like this. Okay, once the extraction is done, you'll see something like this, and you need to click on install again. Okay, when you click here, your installation starts. This is the exact process. These are the exact steps that you'll be seeing when you install Splunk using Windows process. Okay, so these are the steps. Now there you go. Once you install, you need to accept the terms and conditions, that is the license and everything. Once your installation is done, and this is how your Splunk will be there. Okay, now point here is, please remember your user ID and password, whichever you are creating while creating the account, because uh, I mean, whenever you're logging in case if you forget or something, you need to log in with the same credentials, right? So please remember the credentials. Okay, this is your Splunk. Once you log into Splunk, and this is your Splunk homepage, we will be talking about it anyway later. Okay. So this is how you install Splunk using a Windows process. Now let's say I have installed. Okay, I was talking about I had already installed Splunk in my machine, right? When you install Splunk, okay, remember always go to your local machine. Okay, here you have your local machine, right? So click on, go to your PC, always go to C folder. Okay, go to C folder and go to program files. Okay, so in program files, once you install Splunk, it will be here basically. Okay, so since I have recently created a new account, okay, it is not saying, I will show you how it will be there. Okay, so this is how, guys, you please install Splunk using this process. Whenever you install Splunk, it will be in the C folder and program files. Okay, so that's one thing. Anyway, I will be talking about Splunk interface entirely, how it works, what are the things will be you have to work, and all these stuff. I will be telling you, no problem about it. Okay, so this is how you install Splunk. Okay, so if in case I would I would suggest you to, please do the process now so that I can help you guys. Is that okay with you? Can you just, do you have your laptops with you now?
Yeah, but I'll sign on the phone though.
Oh, okay,
No, we
okay.
already have Splunk though, but I just said revision says good. We already have Splunk on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
so no
Oh,
big
that's
deal.
great. If you already have, no problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. No worries. Okay. So this is how we install it. Okay. Now what we do once you install, there are some because I mean yesterday there was some issue with my mic, right? Audio. What I've done, I have reset the machine. So I had Splunk already installed, but I have lost it. I will install it again today, and I will show you entire enterprise interface, how you search and everything. Maybe in the next class we will talk about it. But for today, this is how you install. Okay. So after you install, guys, one more thing I just want to let you know. As I said, there are two processes here. Okay. Anyway, I will be telling you everything. In the Linux process, these are the files. Okay. For the Linux process, you need to have Linux flavors, right? For Linux process installation, you need to have Linux flavors. Basically, Linux is a huge, what do you call it? Different, thing that you learn. Okay. See, Splunk is one, Linux is one, AWS is one. All these are interrelated to each other. All right. So now, if you are good in Linux, also that is definitely an advantage. Okay. So just to let you know, anyway, we will be learning Linux also in our classes. Okay. So in Linux, basically, if I tell you, there are two flavors majorly. One is putty and other one is git bash. Remember this. These things. Okay, this is important. Let's just give you a second. Linux flavors. Linux, you have putty, git bash. Okay, git bash. These two. So why I'm telling you these two is because whenever you work on these, okay, whenever you work on Linux, majority of the organizations, majority of technologies like in DevOps also Linux is used, in AWS also Linux is used, in Azure also Linux is used, in Splunk also Linux is used. Linux is everywhere. Okay, so wherever you use Linux, majority of the time you go with these two flavors. One is Putty or the other one is Kitbash. Okay, now what is Putty and what is Kitbash? Basically, Putty is it's the Linux flavor. Okay, it's Linux flavor. If you are logging any server using Putty, you need to mention the IP address. Okay, if you are logging in, remember this point. If you are logging into any of the server using Putty, first you have to give the IP address. Okay. Now, in case if you are logging using Git bash, you can directly go into the server without IP address. Of course, when you go into the server, you need to give the IP address. But the point here is at the initial phase, before you log in into Putty, you need to mention the IP address. Only then it will allow you to go into the server. But in Git bash, you can log in the server and then you can give the IP address. How it works, I will tell you anyway. Practically, I'm going to show you as we progress. Now, okay, just quickly for Putty, you just right, go to a browser, have this ready in your machines. That's why I'm telling you today. So download Putty, download Putty. Just hit on enter. There you go. You see download, and you take this page here. Now you click on download. Okay, you just click on download like this. Okay, so your download starts, and you can take any of the circuit. I mean, uh, 64-bit version. Okay, not forget it. You take that. and it will be downloaded into your machine. Okay, so once you download, it will be there. Now this is how you take free. It's a pretty much easy process, right? And similarly, you can go with git bash, download git, download, download git. Always remember, guys, these are the Linux flavors everywhere that are used across the globe. Okay, okay. Now when you go to git, okay, here git downloads and take this here again. Okay, and take this here, and you click on download for Windows. You can see my cursor, right? So you click on download for Windows, right? So when you click on this, your git bash is also downloaded. There you go. Always go with 64-bit version here also. Okay, click here to download 64-bit version. You can do that. It starts like this. However, I'm just doing it quickly so that because as I said, I have lost this. I had it in my machine already since I have reset yesterday and I've lost it. Anyway, so this is a view. Let it be done. No worries. So this is a view. Take good putty and git patch into your machine side. Okay. So these are the things. So now quickly I will just cover some of the interfaces of Splunk, and then we will take it forward. Just give me a minute. Let me share my screen again. Okay, so yeah, okay. However, once in the next class, we will talk about more about Splunk interface. Anyway, so now we will see the interface of Splunk a little bit. All right, so
I think the screen gone off though.
yeah, yeah, sharing
Oh,
it
okay.
again. Just give me a minute. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so quickly, I am just sharing my screen again here. Can you see my screen there? Yes. Okay. So now here, see, if you can see here, what, all right. So quickly, this is the interface. Okay, we all know this already. So now on the left hand side, whatever you see are the Splunk apps. Okay, are the Splunk apps. However, these are the limited apps. In case if you are using the Splunk Enterprise in your project, in your the organization, you may see more apps than these. Okay, you may see more apps than this because they are the requirement of client. That is one thing. Now if you see here on the left hand side, search and reporting is an important app we have because you do all the searches here in this. Now product tour is something, it's kind of a survey kind of thing. See here all these things you can if in case you're interested, you can do it. It is not mandatory for all of us, and you can just check this in case if you have any query, if you have anything to check, or if you know add tour, you can do that. However, we don't do it regular basis. Now add data is something which will be used to add the data to Splunk. Okay, this is how we add the data. Now there are a couple of methods of adding the data, like forward or another. For example, if you see in settings also, you can go same thing. Okay, adding the data from here, adding the data from settings, it is the same process. Okay, they've just given the interface like this. Now Splunk apps. Okay, click on this Splunk apps. If you click on the Splunk apps, it will directly go to Splunk where you have all the apps by default. So these are the apps that you have by default. Okay, so these are, these may differ than your project. Now here the Splunk docs. Click here. This is the Splunk official website. Okay, you can actually refer this every time. Whenever you want, you can refer this and you can learn, as much as you want. So this is how it is. You click here and click on admin manual. Okay, administrator, and you have something called admin manual here. Um, you can start on the left hand side. And a couple of things, we don't, whenever you, whatever you want, you can take it. Okay. We're just showing here, if you go to search reporting, about search reporting, what kind of help you need, you will have entire information here. Okay. Now, in case if you, if you are looking for an administration manual, also you can do that. This is all Splunk docs. Now, if you just click here, add the data, there are methods I was talking about, right? These are the three major methods that you add the data to Splunk. Okay, these are a couple of methods that you add the data. Now, if you come down, what are the major ways that you do is forwarder method and upload method, monitor method. Okay.
I have a
Upload.
question.
Yes, please.
So I get the type of data. So the method of data you're
Mm-hmm.
uploading, I get that.
Yeah.
Where do you
Mm-hmm.
get those data that you're uploading and how is it formatted? Like, what's in that
Yeah.
data? I know it's information, but what specific stuff are in it?
Yes, good question. Yeah, specific to that, okay, basically the logs format. For example, uh, let's say if I have O365 is an index, okay, because in Splunk, the Splunk components you have, right? Index data you have basically. So O365 is my index. I have logs basically in Splunk. Okay, if you understand it better, what is Splunk? Splunk is a log collection tool. What Splunk does is, the nature of Splunk is the ultimate log collection and data analyzing tool. Basically, if you define Splunk to someone else, if Kaiku asks you, hey, tell me what is Splunk, you can tell him that okay, Splunk is ultimate log collection and data analyzing tool. We use Splunk to analyze the machine data. Now, this machine data in the form of logs, depending on the indexes. So the logs formats data, you will add it, you will upload it. I will show you again, maybe in sessions progress, maybe in the next one or two classes. I will show you how to add the data also. But here, since this is a trailed version, we will just try and add data with any of the methods, upload, forward, or anything. So this is how it actually works. Anyway, I will show you, how onboard the logs also. I will show you in our future class. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So now if I could just show you quickly here, these are the methods I was talking about. Upload, monitor, and forwarder. This actually tells here, if you have Splunk login in your laptop, you can just go here. Upload method, you can upload files from your machine. For example, you have something in your desktop, you can add it. Select the file. You can select the file from your desktop like this. Just I'm giving you a, random kind of an example. I have some notepad or a word document. Anything, just
Okay, so like on the environment, let's say you're an admin and you've been
hmm
tasked to
hmm
set up Splunk.
right.
You will gather, let's say like on Windows event,
Yeah.
logs from application, security system, everything, and save it in like, let's say, Excel file and then upload it? Is that how it works? Or CSV file?
Yeah,
And
it is exactly
okay,
right. Yeah,
okay,
that's
all
how
right.
it works. Yeah,
Thank you.
no problem. That's how it works. And you can select that file actually. Once you select, you see one after the other. You need to give inputs and then review, and it will be done. So this is the file, the random file, which is uploaded here in this particular format. Okay. Now, whatever the file that you have, okay, just tutorial data is a file name that I have. So it's not mandatory. Even you have the same thing. The point that I'm trying to make here is you will upload any kind of data like this with the file. Just click on next. Now this is where you need to give your inputs. Now, how do you know these inputs? Inputs like what is uh, the data basically. So, for example, if you check here, what are the automatic data which is given to you? Uh, Basically, when you are adding the data, very less changes that you do. Okay, because since this is the what do you call the sample trailed version. Okay, so you can check here the source type you need to mention. Like for example, okay, you can give any of the source file, no problem. You can mention anything here just for your information, because it will ask you to give the source type actually. So that's why we are trying to give it. So once you mention the source type, and then you need to give source type category for the same thing. Okay, so these details don't get confused. Sorry. So these details will be given to you in case if you're doing if you are adding data using this process. So what could be my source type? What do I need to give? What could be the source type category, and everything will be given to you so that you can add it and you can upload it. Now if you want to understand more, they have given here. Okay, there's nothing I am doing, there's nothing you're doing for fun. What is a host? What kind of host you need to just read out here. They gave you the index, what kind of index here. Okay, they give you also FAQs and the host name as well. Okay, so host value, whatever you logged into your account, you will see the host value here. Okay, so you'll see the host value here. Now there you go, you can give basically the host value will be shown here for you, right? So that's one thing.
So what post field value? What
Yeah,
exactly do they need you to do? Is it the host
it
name or
it is
what is it?
it is exactly the host name, no question, it is the host name
Okay.
actually. Yeah.
So what if you have multiple hosts from
Uh-huh.
that, then how do
Mm-hmm.
you input that value? How do you what do you put?
Yes, if you have multiple hosts, you will select specific host using that query. For example, as you said, I have 5 hosts. Okay, you will see the options here. In this case, I have only one host, so that is why I'm seeing here one. Otherwise, if you have one more than one, you will see all of them here. You select the one whichever you want to give. It depends. Normally, it
Okay.
shows one. In this case, I have only one. If you have more, you will see all of them. You can select one out of them. Right. So this is how you can give your inputs, adding the data. This is my host here. Now click on next. When you can review whatever you have done, you just review here to show you what is the input type, what is the name, everything, and submit. When you submit, it will directly take you to the search and reporting app where you can search the data. Now there you go. Here it says file has uploaded successfully and start searching. Click here. Now you will see start searching the data. This is just an example. Okay, this is just an example. Maybe you can, there you go. So this is how you can, if you can see here, if you can see here, there, um, if you just look at here, you whatever you search, like source is this, here the source is my, what do you call, the name of the source name, and host is, this is the host which I have taken, index name is this. Simple. There's nothing I have done. It is just source type. This is my source type tutorial file which I have uploaded, and host is my host name, and index is the indexed date. This is the index name. Okay. As I said, O365 is one of the index. Okay. Uh, Here in this case, that is the index. Okay. So you need to give your host, source, and host source type. Always remember, whenever you search data in Splunk, okay, you have host, source, source type. This is the interview question. What are the default fields of Splunk? Remember, what are the default fields of Splunk? I'm writing it for you. Default fields of Splunk, host, host, source, source type. These are the things, okay, which is interview question. So these are the things, and from here, you know, what needs to be done, how you search the data, and one after the other, we will learn. So what I would recommend you guys, since you already have Splunk, just explore. Hey, do you have Splunk installed in your machine? I know Peiko has it. He installed already. He confirmed me here. Do you have Splunk in your laptop already
I
installed?
do have it. I do have it installed, but I don't have it up running right now. I'm charging my
Oh,
laptop. Yeah.
no problem, no problem. When you get some time, kindly look into it and just do some. You'll definitely get some questions. So note down the questions, and you can ask me in the next session when we meet. Just check your Splunk once. Click on settings and see. Just explore Splunk so that you will get a lot of things before we connect tomorrow. All right?
All right. So one more
Okay.
question. So
Mm-hmm.
each
Mm-hmm.
application that you want to monitor the
Mm-hmm.
logs,
Mm-hmm.
is that the application that you will call your index name? Let's say like O365, that will be your index name O365.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Application name, whatever the application.
So
You're right.
what if they, let's say they don't can you just not specify and just use that? That would not make a good
Yeah.
search, right? Like you put everything under, let's say, like um um like you just, let's say, O365 logs, you have but
Maybe
um
AWS is also one of the index.
yes,
O365
like,
is one
yeah,
index.
if if
Anything,
if you
any
put
application.
all of them together,
Uh-huh.
can you just put all of them together and just name it as
Uh-huh.
just index name my record?
Yes,
Okay.
you can name it. Yes, you can add it. Any index for your records. You can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's best practice to just categorize them, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah, best practice.
Okay. All right.
It'll
Thank
make
you.
your job easy if you can categorize it. Yeah,
Easier.
yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Yeah. No problem. So we'll stop it here for today. Okay, we'll share this recorded video with you. I would recommend you guys to just go through the Splunk once so that we will connect tomorrow again. Please note down if you have any questions. So I would recommend you to just go through a daily recorded video every day so that you get questions. So what happens is if I send recorded video today's class today itself, you will open it after 2 3 days. You may miss a couple of things. So that's why just go through the recorded session on the same day, so that you will get the chance to ask me questions in the next session. We'll stop here for today, and we'll connect tomorrow.
Okay,
Fine,
thank you.
guys. Yeah.
Mm.
Thank you.